which is also the crown chakra. Anyone in the chat know what point that is? Anyone? Yep, there we are. Well done. Oh, we've got a flurry of people. Here we are. Fantastic. And Catherine got in there early with the actual name. Very impressed by that. Much longer to type than GB20 or Do20. Well done, everyone. Okay, you're obviously on it. Yeah, it's a fascinating point. I've got a picture of it right here for you. Let me just make sure I get the right one. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Right. So it's pretty much at the top of the head now. It's slightly back from the actual top of the head, and there's a reason for that, which we can experiment with in a minute energetically. But it is that point that we've been using all the way through the Wednesday classes to have that imaginary thread leading us upwards. It's called 100 convergences. That's a lot of convergences there. 100 of them is a lot of convergences. Okay, it's the most yang point of the body. It connects. It's the one that we use when we connect up with the yang energy. So it's also the crown chakra. It's like super awesome point. It actually is the meeting point of the governing vessel, the bladder, the gallbladder, triple heater, and the liver channels. And the liver channel, just if you're interested, if you're a Shiatsu practitioner, liver channel actually has an internal pathway right up to the top of the head. And hot headaches right at the top of the head are often related to the hot headaches at the top, just at the top of the head there, are related to liver yang rising. Okay, so what it does, and this is a really interesting thing, and we have got a very funny story, haven't we, Dinah, about this point, featuring the very famous Kiku Matsumoto, who we put a workshop on in London. We put a workshop on for her in London back in the 80s, I think it was. She was talking about the action of governing vessel sending energy downwards. And there was a certain amount of questioning amongst the audience about the energy going up, whether it goes up or down when you press the point. And there was a certain amount of backwards and forwards between Kiko and the audience. It was really quite funny. So I always remember that. But when I was doing my research in this book, which is the acupuncture book, it actually is interesting because this point can be used to either bring energy up the body, or so it can raise up the yang and counters prolapse. It's actually used for treating prolapses of the rectum, the vagina, stuff around, and just like kind of holding it up. But it also can pacify the yang. So if you've got too much energy going up, it can also make the energy going down, which is why I thought we'd do that question, is your energy too far up or is it too far down? So I thought what we could do is we could do an energy exercise and find out whether this point has a neutral effect for you, whether it sends energy down and sends energy up, in a similar way that we experimented with the points, remember, I think with the middle burner, because the middle burner, again, some of those points can do either, and it depends on what your energy needs, what will happen. So I thought what we could do is we could figure out what's going on. So let's find out where the point is first of all. And if you'd like to find the point, what you do is you take your hands like this. You can see where it is. You place the classical way to do is place this on your front of your hairline, this part of your hand on your back hairline. Not that I've got a back hairline at the moment with my haircut that I did this morning, but I have to imagine where it is. And you join them up like this, okay? So like that. Oh, okay. And then you just go back a little bit. If you can see what I mean, it's not exactly even there. So basically you just need to go forwards, anterior to that point, and just find the point just there, okay? Just slightly forward of the meeting point of your fingertips, okay? So that's one way of finding it on yourself. So I'll just do this. Okay, the other way to do it is an energetic way, because you notice it's not quite on the absolute top of the head. And the reason for that is an energetic reason, which I'd like to explore with you, and then we'll stimulate the point. And the reason for that is because really what you want is you want GV20 to be the point which would hold up the spine if you see what I mean. If you had it here, it would tip the head backward like this. If you experiment by going backwards, and you can just get hold of a little bit of your hair and pull it upwards, and just keep moving your fingers forwards and backwards until you get a feeling that, like I've got it now, where if I put a string there, it would hold up the spine, because the spine is quite it's a central structure in the body, but it's slightly posterior to the absolute midline round the back, round through the body. Do you understand what I mean? So the spine is slightly further back. So to be suspended by that, you need to have it just fractionally back from the absolute top of the head, okay? Okay, so if you can find that point, and then I thought what we do this is just tap it lightly to activate the point.